can follow along or just listen on. This is what should be done by one who is skilled in goodness and knows the path of peace. Let him be able and upright, straightforward and gentle in speech, humble and not conceited, contented and easily satisfied, not burdened with duties, and frugal in their ways, peaceful and calm and wise and skillful, not proud and demanding in nature. Let them not do the slightest thing that the wise will later reprove, wishing in gladness and in safeties. May all beings be happy, whatever living beings they may be, whether they are weak or strong, or meeting none, the great or the mighty, medium, short or small, the seen and the unseen, those living near and far away, those born and to be born. May all beings be happy. Let none deceive another or despise any being in any state. Let none through anger or ill will wish harm upon another, even as a mother protects with her life her child, her only child. So with a boundless heart, one should one should cherish all living beings, radiating kindness over the entire world, spreading upwards to the skies and downwards to the depth, outwards and unbounded, free from hatred and ill will, whether standing or walking, seated or lying down, free from all drowsiness. One should sustain this recollection. This is said to be the sublime abiding, by not holding to fixed views, the pure-hearted one, having clarity of vision, being free from all sense desires, is not born again into this world. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, so welcome again to the Armadale class. So my name is Venerable Bhante Cunda, or Bhante Cunda for short. Yes, this is my second talk since after the Vasa. So my first talk was before I left, went down to Christmas Island with Venerable Bodhinyana. That was a nice place to visit. That reminded me of, gave me a lot of fun memories when I was growing up at Christmas Island. When I just migrated there when I was seven years old. I stayed there for altogether 20 years. And it was there when I came across Ajahn Brahm's teaching. Because Ajahn Brahm came over when he was, I think, the first year of being an abbot of Bodhinyana. So he went over there and they brought a Bodhi tree, and it was planted, and the committee planted over there. So when I went back to have a look at, wow, the Bodhi tree was so big. It's about maybe, I guess maybe 3, even close to 4 meters wide. It's been trimmed a few times because it got so big that I was so close to the buildings. And also on Christmas Island, we do get storms and cyclone coming in. So they have to be trimmed quite regularly just to keep the branches from breaking apart and hitting the buildings at the Buddhist center. But I remember going up to the top of the center is next to a cliff, maybe 4 or 5 meter cliff, and up behind was heaps of Bodhi trees that was planted. And those trees was planted about 29 years ago. And they're all like, wow, pretty massive. So I don't know how the Bodhi tree will be supported in the future as it get bigger and bigger. But but Chris Island was a very nice place. It was quite inspiring to go to a place where you see a lot of kind people. There was kind, generous, and very friendly. So when me and Venerable Dasha, we go anywhere, people are always happy to wave to us and say, hi, welcome to Chris Island. And I met a lot of my old friends that was there. And when we was in the car, being driven around by our drivers, we would just drive past and just wave to people, and people wave back to us. It was so friendly, because there's a community of Chinese, Malays, and white Australians or European. And the kids, they all like basically go to the same school. My friend's kid, he is European, and he can speak English, I guess French, because his dad was French, Chinese, and also Malay. So it's quite a nice place. And during the Christmas, we go to our Western friends or our Christian friends. Then a Chinese New Year, we go to our Chinese friends. And then during the Ramadan season or Hari Raya, we go to visit our Malay friends. So that's a nice community, because there's only about 1,000 people. Sometimes, some years it go up to over 1,000. Some years, roughly about 1,000 people. And over there, you can leave your house unlocked, your keys in your car, and you don't have to worry about someone coming in to your house, stealing anything, or taking your car out for a joyride. And if you forget your bags and leave it in the shop or somewhere in town, you don't have to worry, because you can come back and it'll be there. Or if it's not there, people will find who is it and return it back to you. Yeah, and also sometimes you go to, I remember when I was staying there, if you go to the shop and you're short on cash, and the shop owner will say, no worries, just come back and next time pay for the rest of the bill. So there's a lot of trust. But the Buddha did say, why there's human suffering in the world is because human beings, we have too many wants, we want too many things, and there's a lot of discontent in the world, and we discontent with a lot of things in the world, with ourselves and other people. But the Buddha does say one thing that causes a lot of suffering for human beings is mistrust. There's no trust in the world. So one cause of not having trust is people not keeping the 5 precepts. But when you keep the 5 precepts, you keep it well. Basically, you protect yourself from doing anything harm to yourself and other people. So I noticed on Christmas Island, because there's a lot of trust over there, people are just kind. Everywhere you go, people are kind. And the kids, it's quite interesting. And when I was there, Venerable Bodhinyana was saying that a 3 or 4-year-old girl came into the shop and ordered a coffee, paid for it with the credit card, and walked out with the coffee. And I go, wow. Geez, okay. So the parents allowed the kid to just come in to buy the coffee and went back home. And when I was driven around the car, I noticed there's kids that's on the little push bike, running around the suburb, of a 3 or 4-year-old child just riding around in the suburb. And when I was in the beach, just sitting down there watching the rain come, there was little kids basically swimming on the beach, and the adults are saying, whose kids are these swimming in the rain? Then they say, oh, it's actually everyone's kids, because the kids, when they're young, they are taught to respect the elders. Then the elders take care of all the kids on the island. So it was a very, very harmonious and very trusting environment, because Christmas Island is basically an island, so it's like almost like a bubble. So you grow up on the island, and you grow up a lot of trust, a lot of carefree lifestyle, and because there's nothing much to do, so there's not a lot of wanting. So there's not a lot of choices. So we enjoy simple things in life, like going out swimming, going bushwalking, and some of the locals, they like to go fishing. But as Buddhist monastic and Buddhist practitioner, we don't recommend fishing because according to karma, if we kill too many human beings, if we kill too many animals, there is a karmic effect where our life will be shorter, and also we will be quite sickly. Because when the karma of harming another beings, the result of the karma is sometimes our life becomes shorter, and we might have a lot of sickness that arise. So I do notice people that love to do hunting, as they get older, they tend to have a lot of sickness and misfortune that happen. So karma is something that is very strange, and the Buddha say not to look into it. But if we develop wholesome action, speech, and mind, and you see that will become a protection for us no matter where we go. Yeah, we went there and was the crab season, so the crabs were migrating. And I've seen a lot of crabs that migrate before when I was staying there for 20 years. But Venerable Bodhinyana was saying it was quite amazing to see so many crabs coming down from the forest, crossing the road, and going down to the beach to basically just to dig the hole, to mate, and also to spawn their eggs. And it's quite nice. You see the whole community, or most of the community on the island, that will come out and basically just put road signs and just sweep all the crabs away to the side, and ask the cars to come through. Then stop, then sweep all the crabs away, then say, please come in, then the next car come in. So it's like the whole community just get together to make sure the crabs are just migrate from the forest down to the coast quite safely without getting squashed or harmed. And they make a lot of crab bridges for the crabs to go up, and little tunnels for the crabs to go underneath the tunnels. And so in some places where close to the settlement area, they have roadblocks, then they have volunteers to stop the traffic, sweep all the crabs to the side, then ask the vehicle to come past. So it's nice to see that people are actually practicing some form of taking care of the wildlife on the island. So it's good. So people are happy there. There's no hardly any conflicts. I don't know. I find that people are generally happy on the island. The only time they're not happy is if they want too much. But generally, people are very relaxed there. They don't want too much because it's a very peaceful place. Maybe as they get older, they have sickness arise, and sometimes the family members pass away, like grandparents, grandmother, or the partners, or sometimes due to family members that have cancer or sickness or heart attack, stroke, or they pass away. Once they pass away, because life is so carefree, it can be quite shocking to a human being to see death. So when that happens, sometimes we have people that come to the Buddhist center and they ask for some guidance. So when I was a supporter there, I will basically talk to people that are overcome with grief or depression or anxiety. So I'll talk to them about the Four Noble Truths, where the death, old age, and sickness is quite natural. It's a part of life. And one part is meditation. So meditation basically helps people to lessen their anxiety and worry and understand that death is quite natural and it's a part of life. So that's one of the main suffering on the island, old age, sickness, and death. When it comes, it can be very shocking. But other than that, people are very happy there. They live a good life. When I was there, wow, I felt very uplifted. Yep. So it's a nice environment to be. I think the Buddha did say one of the higher beings, we call like devas, they came down to see the Buddha, and they asked the Buddha, what's the highest blessing? And the Buddha say, to associate with the wise and not to associate with the fools. So what that definition means, a wise person will bring happiness to oneself and other people. A foolish person will bring suffering to himself and other people. Yep. So a wise person would be definition as someone that keeps the 5 precepts. So I guess everyone knows what the 5 precept is. But for those who know, the 5 precept is not to kill and harm a human being or any form of life, including animals, not to steal, or not to take what is not given to us, no sexual misconduct, so to be faithful to our partners, not to lies and have false speech, because when you lie, have harsh speech, and have false speech, then there's no trust. There's no trust in ourselves and other people. So that's one thing great about Christmas Island. It's a very trustful community. When people say something, they will do it. And everyone just basically go out of their way to take care of anyone that are basically having a difficult time. And the last thing is basically not to get involved with alcohol, drugs, anything that will cloud the mind and make people unhappy. Because when we drink too much, we tend to lose our mind and basically get into an argument or get depressed or basically get into an accident or hurt someone on the road. Yeah, so having good friends is very important. When you associate with the wise, you become happy and you also become like them. When we hang around with foolish people, we suffer and become good suffering. So you look at the world these days where people don't keep the 5 precepts. One example, look at the news. Wow, there's so much suffering and problem in the world. And I think one of the problems is caused by too much internet use. When I was in the island, they didn't have 4G. So when I go to different places, people are just happy to face one another and have a nice chat. And you see the kids just come in and basically have a chat with other people or playing around the street or the suburb. And they're not sitting down there with the with the smartphone just scrolling away. Yeah. But the funny thing is, when we was there, they just switched from 3G to 4G. So I think the island, the grown-up and the kids might start to use the smartphone. But hopefully they don't go that direction because there is a lovely place. And the nature is so nice and wonderful. So hopefully the kids and the adults don't start looking at TikTok too much. Because I was listening to the BBC News and they say there's something called doom scrolling, where people just look at the internet, looking at all the bad news around the world. Yeah. So in Christmas Island, people are very well protected. There's not a lot of bad news, unless you're stuck on the internet all the time. Okay, so I guess we can start the meditation. Yep. So for those that are quite new to meditation, so meditation is basically learning to relax, to become peaceful, to let go the burden and the busyness of the world. Because when you get so involved with the world, you can be very overwhelmed with so much busyness, I guess duties, and sometimes it can lead to conflict and disappointment. So when things happen, especially in the world, it's good to come back to a safe place at home and come back to the mind. Because when we ground ourselves within this body and this mind, is where we can reflect on the body, any anxiety, worry or tension that we accumulated at work or in the family, we can actually sense in the body And when that happens, we learn to relax the body as much as possible. Once the body is relaxed, then we can relax the mind. Because sometimes meditation is learning to calm the body, to calm our emotion, to calm our thoughts, and also to still the mind. Because the mind that's very busy is a mind that can be overwhelmed with past, future, and we say the working of the mind, because when there's too much wanting and thinking, and there's too much busyness, so it's good to basically have a break and chill out. So when you have a break and chill out, then you find peace, you find inner peace. Then you make peace with yourself, then you make peace with the world. Or unless you stay in Christmas Island, and it's a very peaceful place, then one thing I noticed, people get bored. And so meditation is actually good for people on the island, not to get too bored, just to learn to find that inner happiness and spiritual happiness in one's heart. Because the world can be perfect, or the world can be unfair and not perfect. But when that happens, we let go of the world, and we make our heart and the mind right. So when we make our heart and mind right, and we forgive ourselves, then we make peace with ourselves. So when we make peace with ourselves, then we can be free. Okay, so we will start the meditation. So if you're new to meditation, first time, it's quite easy. Just follow my instruction, and I'll slowly guide the new meditators, or even the regular practitioner. Okay, so we start off with just sitting quietly. Yep. So while sitting quietly, we bring our awareness to our face. Then we gently close our eye. So with our eyes slowly close, we gently bring our awareness to our whole body. We're aware of our whole body. And then we gently bring our awareness to our face. And you notice our breathing in and out. So it's always good just to take a few deep breaths. Just breathe in and breathe out, relax. Or breathe in, peace, and breathe out, relax. Breathe in, peace, and breathe out, relax. And just breathe naturally, breathe gently, and breathe calmly. And just basically just to bring awareness to our breathing. Now we are aware of our breathing. The next step is just to gently bring awareness to our whole body. We can start off with our head. So gently bring your awareness to our top of our head. And just notice our crown on our head. And just relax. Relax our skull. And relax our forehead. And now we relax our face. Relax our eye socket. Relax our jaw. And relax our tongue. Relax our cheek. And now, we bring our awareness to our neck. Relax our throat. And if you need to, you can always cough and just clear your throat. relax our neck. And we relax our upper body, our right and our left shoulder that's connected to both our arm socket. Make sure it's not too stiff and just relax. And we relax our chest just by notice our breathing in and out calmly and peacefully. We relax our chest. And we bring our awareness to our right arm. And relax our arm from our arm socket all the way down to our elbow and to our wrist. Just relax our whole right arm. Then we gently move our awareness to our left arm. Relax our arm from our left arm socket gently down to our elbow and all the way down to our left wrist. And just relax our arm. You can always move it around, make it comfortable, and then relax our left arm. And now, with our arm relaxed, we can gently bring our awareness to our hands, both our hands. And if you need to, you can just gently move it around, make it comfortable, make it loose, and relax our palm and our fingers. With our arms and fingers and hands relaxed and gentle and soft, we can gently bring our awareness back to our spine. So starting from our neck spine that is attached to our skull, we slowly move down all the way to our middle spine, relaxing it and loosening our spine. All the way down, gently to our lower spine. They're sitting on our chair. Make sure our spine and our back is nice and loose and relaxed. With our back relaxed, we can gently bring our awareness to our tummy. Make sure our waist is not too tight. And just loosen and relax our tummy. You can gently move it around and just to relax our tummy. And now we bring our awareness to our lower back, our bottom, just sitting on the chair. You can gently move it around, make it loose, make it comfortable, and relax. Where we're sitting down on the chair or on the cushion. And now, next, we gently bring our awareness to our right leg. From our hip all the way down to our knees and all the way down to our ankle. We can move it, gently move it around and just relax our whole right leg. Make it comfortable and make it relax. Same with our left leg. From our hip all the way down to our knees, and all the way down to our ankle. Relaxing, loosening, and making peace with our left leg. And lastly, we can bring our awareness to both our feet, from our ankle to our heel, to our sole, and to our toe. You can gently move it around and just relax, and loosen your feet. And now we can gently bring our awareness from our feet gently all the way up to our whole body. Just noticing our whole body from our feet all the way to our knees and to our hip. Any part that's still a bit tight, stiff, or painful, just relax. Relax any part that's stiff or a bit achy. And all the way up from our hip to our chest, just relaxing it, making peace. Then from our arm socket all the way down to our hands, both our hands, relaxing it, loosening it, and making peace with it. So with both our hands relaxed, and we bring awareness to our breathing, and notice our breathing where our chest is, breathing in and breathing out, relaxing and calmly. And all the way to our face. Any tightness, any tension, just relax. Relax our face. And that completes our body scanning. It's so important just to notice our body. If it's tired, if it's achy, especially if it's tense. We scan our whole body, then we relax this body as much as possible. Relax. Make peace with this body and allow this body to be at ease. If our whole body relaxed now we can bring our awareness all the way to our breathing, just in front of our face. And just notice our breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in peace and breathing out relax. Peace, relax, peace, relax. Or breathing in calm and breathing out letting go. Calm, letting go. Calm, letting go. And just breathe naturally, gently, peacefully. Be mindful of our breathing in and out, relaxing the body and calming the mind, calming our thoughts, calming our emotion, making peace with this moment. Meditation It's not about stopping our thoughts. It's making peace with our thoughts and our awareness. And letting go of the world. Letting go of all responsibility, all burden, all expectation. And also all worry and all concern with ourselves and the world. This is where we find peace, happiness, and freedom within a body that's calm, peaceful, and still, with a mind that is relaxed and at ease. If your mind is still wandering, it's okay. Just gently bring it back to this body. Just relax the body. Make peace with the body. When the body is relaxed, then just gently bring your awareness back to the breathing. Breathing in and breathing out. Peacefully and calmly. If you find your mind is still wandering, or if there's any tension arise in the body, it's okay. Your mind is becoming more sensitive. Just stay with the breath and allow your breathing in and out just to relax. Relax the body. Relax and calm the body. As your body becomes more relaxed and calm, then you feel peace, pity from the body. And when your body becomes more relaxed, then your mind will become at ease. We're so busy running around the whole world and at work. So it's natural for the body to be a bit tense. But now it's time just to relax. Relax this body. And let go of all responsibility. And make peace with this moment. And make peace with our thoughts. And allow our mind, past and future, just to let it all go. You can remind yourself, it's not my business, and especially it's not our problem. We let it go. And when we let it go, we are free. And when we're free, we make peace with this present moment awareness. as things become more quiet, you become more sensitive to the body. That's quite natural. You can gently just move it mindfully around and just relax and loosen any part of your body, any energy, any tension that arises. You can just gently move it, adjust it, make it at ease. It's always good to mindfully adjust your body. Once your body is adjusted, then just relax. Our thoughts will sometimes be like echo. Thoughts will rise. Let us mindfully watch our thoughts come and go, just like the cloud passing by in the sky. Or I like to use the simile. When I went to Christmas Island, we'll make a noise. Then you can hear echo within the cave, reflecting off the wall. So our thoughts is just like the echo. It will come, then it will slowly disappear in the background. Meditation is not about stopping thoughts. It's learning to make peace with our thoughts and allow it to become calm, quiet, and peaceful. have a few minutes left. So it's always good just to notice how relaxed the body and how more peaceful the mind is. So please enjoy the quiet time and the quiet mind. Enjoy this peace for the next few minutes. So just slowly and gently bring your awareness back to the body and also to the senses. And just gently open your eye and just relax for a few minutes. Or relax for a minute. Yeah, so meditation is basically learning to really chill out, relax the body, and make peace with the mind. But we're so busy these days, running around, doing so many things. Sometimes it's good to have a break and really unwind, relax this body as much as possible. Notice any tension, any ache, especially up here. If we work so much, this can become quite stiffer. So if it's too stiff, when we try and meditate, it'll be stiff and the body, our face will be stiffer. So we all end up with just mindfulness of stiffness of the body and the face. That's why it's always good to just relax this body as much as possible. Relax our face. Once the whole body is relaxed, then we can slowly have loving kindness to our mind, to our thoughts, to our emotion, and become like a child again, carefree and happy. when I came back to Christmas Island, I look at everyone. People are just so chill, and so relaxed. I mean, work is pretty cruisy there. It's like over there. I noticed it's like being on a holiday in Bali forever. People who work pretty relaxed. They finish work earlier, 5 o'clock. Then they go swimming, diving, or fishing. I don't recommend fishing. But I remember the days when I was there. I really enjoyed just going down to the because where the temple is. It's only 5 minutes walk to the beach. You just walk down there, and you sit down on the beach and just watch the sun slowly coming down to the horizon. Then you see all the really big, massive seabirds. There's about 2 meters wingspan, just coming back slowly from their hunting in the ocean. And twice we saw a dolphin just jump out. First I heard it. I go, what's that? I go, hey Bodhi, look, there's a dolphin. And Bodhi have a look. And we saw a dolphin just jumping up and just jumping up and down. Just playing around. That was nice. I mean, it's quite depressing when you look at the news these days. Then when you come to somewhere like Christmas Island, where you have a mixed community, and everyone's just happy, just living together in harmony. A lot of kindness, and a lot of trust. There's just one thing we really miss in the world, a lack of kindness and trust. So when you have a lot of trust and kindness in a nice community, you just feel like really relaxed. You don't have to worry about being robbed or abused or put down. People just go out of the way to be kind to one another. That's one thing I miss about Christmas Island and living in a small community. Not carefree. Just see all the kids running around the streets, and when they're in trouble, all the grown-ups will just take care and protect the kids. I mean, if the whole world kept the 5 precepts, that will bring a lot of happiness and joy to the world. But the Buddhists say, if there's too much greed, anger, self-ego, and not keeping the precept, it leads to a lot of worry, anxiety, and mistrust, fear. When there's fear, there's worry, then all the problems arise in the world. Well, anyway, now it's time for any questions. So feel free to ask me any questions. Yes, Bob.
Hi, Mike. Good to see you back.
Thank you.
Do you have a preferred method of meditation? Like we always seem to do body scans, which is nice.
Yes.
But there are so many out there.
Yes, there's a lot. So because the online class, because there might be beginners, so you see the body scanning is a foundation to relax his body. And also for people quite new to it, the body thing is something that once it's relaxed, then it's easier to go to the breath. Because I find that if I don't set this body right, then the mind is not that peaceful. So the foundation is always relax this body as much as possible. But for people that have done meditation a lot, if they can relax this body very, very easily, so you get a lot of piti and sukha from the body, then if the body can disappear, then slowly the 5 senses will also disappear. Then all you have is the mind. There is many different type of meditation. There is a super practice where this is basic for the monks, where you go to a funeral ground where they're burning a corpse, and you see the body getting burned up there, and what is left is just the skeletons or the bones. So when you reflect on that again and again and again and again, then you realize this body is something that we don't hold on to. Because on Christmas Island, everyone's happy. It's only when they get older, get sickly, and when old age, sickness and death arise, then people really, really suffer. So with a spiritual practice, you understand this body is temporary. We don't hold on to this body too much, adore it, dress it nice, exercise non-stop, because no matter what we do, as we get older, this body will fall apart. So the best thing to do is learn to let it go as much as possible. So when we let go as much as possible, then when always arises, then it's not a problem. We realize the body and the mind can be separated out. So when you can still the body and let it go, then it's really relaxing. Because when we teach people at the hospital or the retreat center, the people that come for the meditation, they always end up improving way better than people that haven't done any meditation. Because when you really relax the body, it gives the maximum, we say, ability for this body to heal as much as possible. Yep. Because you can go through a lot of treatments, a lot of scan, a lot of medicine, but if our mind is worried and our body is tense, you don't give that much strength for this body to basically recover and heal itself. Yep. So there's a lot of benefit in meditation as we get older. As we get older, either we get overwhelmed by the sickness of the body. I've seen people that just so grumpy because they're just so frustrated with this body. There's pain or achy. But time to time, when we can let it go as much as possible, when we come out, it's not a burden. It's just temporary. We use this body, but as we get older, we have to let it go. So that's reflection of the body is very important. There is the breath meditation, but if you can use the breath to still the mind, that's ideal. But usually it's for people that have been practicing meditation for many, many, many years. Some people can breathe it, sit down, one breath, because they can maintain calmness and peace all through the day. So when they come to breath, the mind become calm and peaceful quite easily. Yep. So I have met practitioners that stay in the monastery that they're so chill out. When they sit down and meditate, they can go to the mind and the calmness of the mind quite easily. To the point they say that there's so much peace that it's like the mind goes from darker to brightness quite easily. It's like the mind is radiant. Yep. So that's what happened. The mind is very still. Yep. Because you're moving in from the world, from the mind of the world, withdrawing into the five senses, allowing it to disappear, and into the mind. So the world of the mind is stillness, peace, happiness, freedom. And when the mind is all those wholesome qualities arise, then the mind becomes pure. So when the mind is pure, it's radiant and bright. Yep. So that's quite common for long-term practitioners. Only if they can let go of the body and go into the stillness of the mind. There's also another technique. It's called the silver meditation, where you sit down and look at a disc, and you have that connection to the disc. Then you can generate a nimitta quite easily. So what I mean by that is I know of a practitioner that's staying here, and he was training to become a monastic. He was just sitting down, looking at the horizon, looking at the sun going down, and he got a lot of joy and pity and happiness just looking at the sun setting and the horizon. And suddenly his whole vision just turned white because of the piti sukha. The joy and the happiness arise from one's heart. So the mind can generate a nimitta from just watching something like the sun setting, really beautiful in the background. So that is like we will call casino meditation or visual meditation. But that you have to develop it where it becomes natural. So when you see something like a disk or a sun going down in the horizon, don't look at the sun, it's very damaging. But when it's setting, it's not so bright, it's very enjoyable looking at the sun setting down. Or if you have a Buddha Rupa, some people will look at this and get a lot of joy and happiness from this. Then sometimes it will generate a nimitta. Or sometimes you have a little candle here, look at it, and it will form a nimitta in one's mind. This is just the happiness of the peace of the mind. Yep. So it's an inner feeling. But meditation is basically an emotional path, developing the heart, purifying one's heart and mind. So when the mind is pure, it's free from things like hatred, delusion, and worry, then you get a lot of happiness and peace. So these are what we call the Brahma Viharas. So loving kindness, metta, compassion, karuna, mudita is seeing the joy and good in other people, or gratitude, and equanimity, upekkha. Yep. So when you develop these qualities, those are also the meditation object. Yep. There's so many different ways of meditation. There's also walking meditation, where you're just aware of the body, stepping one left, right. And what that does is... yes, Bob?
Can you still do walking meditation when your snake is out there to say hello?
Oh, when the snake comes, actually talking about snakes, when I came back, I saw a snake the next day moving around the central area. I was going, whoa, there's a snake there. And the birds were attacking it. I was going, oh no. Then the snake just went back into the bushes, just close to the kitchen. Then 2 days ago I was walking and I heard something moving. So I looked across, I saw this thing moving around. It was a snake in the long grass. Yeah, so living in the monastery, you must have a lot of loving kindness. So that way, when you see a snake, fear don't arise. You just have compassion or friendliness for any beings.
So you can actually meditate after you've seen that 2-meter tiger snake?
No, after a while you get used to seeing dangerous animal, and sometimes you see as a friend coming to say hi. Hello, I'm back here. Because my snake will come and visit me once a while, and it's so cute. Sometimes it goes into a mouse hole looking for the mouse, and it came out and the nose was just sticking out. I say, wow, it's so cute. Almost like I can put my finger there to tickle his nose. But I realized, okay, I better not, because they might think my finger is a mouse. Yeah. So fear can drive a person mad. But when you have loving kindness, it's not so bad. But I can stand maybe half a meter away from the snake, just looking at it. Well, it's just away. But I have a walking meditation. It's raised up. Sometimes the snake will just go underneath. So I'll just stand there maybe about that far away from the snake, looking at it. And will just look at me and just move on. Yeah, anyway, I don't know, hope my metta and my karma and my luck don't run out. Anyway, is there any other questions? Yes. No questions? So I guess people are relaxed. Or if not, maybe my talk is so bad, people can't wait to go back home.
I want to ask a question.
Yes.
I was wondering how to cultivate. What is the condition for the cultivation of confidence?
Oh, okay.
Because,
yes.
It's weird to say that cultivate confidence for oneself, because there is no self.
Yes.
There's no self in Buddhism, so I was wondering,
yes.
how to cultivate. I think it's like confidence of the path, or like the confidence of towards
Yes.
the Dhamma itself.
Yes.
Like
So
how to cultivate
yes.
things.
So there's a lot of ways. One way is to associate with the wise, good people. So if you have access to monastics, and especially meditators and practitioners, so if you associate with them, they'll give you a lot of confidence. And if you don't have a monastic close by, then lay practitioners are also good. Because I find that if you have a lot of good practitioners, they tend to encourage one another and uplift one another. So I noticed in the monastery or the retreat center, when you have a lot of good practitioners, they basically encourage everyone to do well and to basically, we'll say, practice in silence, in peace, and also in happiness, because you pick up that happy energy. So what I mean by that is, when I go to the retreat center, when it first starts, you can feel the restless energy and the wandering mind. But and you sit there, you can feel the restless energy in the whole room. Yeah. But after 5 days, when it's about, or 7 days before the retreat finish, I go back to the retreat center, sit down in the hall. You just feel the whole place really peaceful. Yes, everyone's just encouraging everyone to keep noble silence and just practice in peace and calmness. So that also uplift one another. If you're by yourself, basically just keep the precept pure, have loving kindness to yourself, and practice the 4 Brahma Viharas, and just be mindful. Be mindful and have a lot of patience, because regardless how slow we practice in this path, as long as we put in the effort, we'll slowly get there. Yep. If we just sit back, do nothing, TikTok every day, go out with friends, we're not going to get anywhere. But if we find time to sit, to meditate, to reflect on the goodness that we do in daily life, then that will encourage us to become a better person. Because how you know that you're doing well is if your wholesome qualities are increasing and your unwholesome qualities decreasing, then you know you're doing well. But if the opposite happens, if you're getting more angry, more greedy, and more frustrated, and becoming less peaceful and calm and kind, then you know the unwholesome qualities wholesome qualities are decreasing. So if the wholesome qualities are increasing and the unwholesome qualities are decreasing, then you know you're doing well. So this is mindfulness. But also you know you're more happier and more calmer. Yep. So I don't know, everyone is different. Just take one step at a time. Yep. It's like the turtle. It's like the turtle or the snail is moving slowly forward. So as long as it's moving, it will get there. Like some people, they think they're so smart, just sit down and relax. And before they know it, something might happen. Then they wasted the opportunity. Yep. That's why on Christmas Island, it's a really peaceful, calm, happy place. And I heard from one of the local that four friends was drinking and talking about one another suffering, and somehow they broke up with their girlfriend, and one friend hanged themselves. Then they all got depressed. Then the other 3 friends also hanged themselves too. So it's a missed opportunity. I mean, Christmas Island is a beautiful place, but that was the last 4 suicides on the island in the last few years. And because it's a bit sad, it's just young people have broke up with their girlfriend, was basically drinking all the time and just getting depressed and talking about one another's problem. Then one hanged himself, and the other 3 decide to do the same thing too. Yeah, it's a bit sad, and the funny thing was they was just living very close to the temple where we were staying. Yep. But sometimes people are too proud to ask for help. And they might see a Buddhist center and say, oh, this is who want to do all this funny stuff. But anyway, that's the way of the world. And that's the way with people that is not keeping the precept, like drinking too much and not faithful to the partner. Yep. And not having right speech. Speech that is gentle, kind, and beneficial. It's all complaining all the time. Yep. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Anyway, is
yes,
it...
a little, can I ask a little bit more advice on how to cultivate mudita?
Oh,
because
okay.
that's really hard for me.
Yes.
I get jealous. I get jealous quite a lot.
Yes. It's something hard to do in the world because not everyone is given the price precept or developing wholesome quality. Yeah? But sometimes you have to reflect. Yeah? If they're born as a human, they must have done something really, really good in their past life to be born as a human being. Yeah? But these days, people are just not keeping the five precepts and behaving very badly. Yeah? So their next rebirth might not be that well. So people are born quite successful, born beautiful, born intelligent, born with very good health. They must have done something good in their past life to have all these blessings. No matter how bad a person is, sometimes, like I used to go to a shop in Victoria to pick out parts for the chainsaw. And the salesperson, some days he's very, would say, kind and helpful. And very accommodation. And some days will come in and it's always complaining about that and say, what do you want? What? You can't always complain about something. And the driver that went there to pick up the parts, he'll come back quite upset and saying that the salesperson was being very, very rude to him. That I told him, you just have to see his good days. Some days he's very kind. Sometimes he might be very grumpy. Sometimes I just imagine maybe he's taking care of his disabled daughter or his elderly parents. So that's why people are just suffering. So when people are suffering, they might be in a bad mood. But some days, if everything goes well, they might be in a good mood. So so we try not to judge people. We try to always look at the good qualities. No matter how bad they are, there will always be good qualities. It's like the monks will go down to the prison to teach, and these are people that have done really bad crime, been there for many, many, many years. And when they're about to get released, they go to the prison farm to get rehabilitated. And we don't call them prisoners, we call them the good guys. Because they come to the meditation class. And I met some of them, and they come to the monastery to help, to cut the grass, pull out the weeds, do some maintenance work in the monastery. And they are really nice, funny, happy people because we show them happiness and they really respect the monastic. And when they come here for lunch, the lay supporters and the residents really respect them. So they encourage them to be happy because they're associating with good, kind people. So when we show kindness to people, they show us their best quality. Because in prison, sometimes people, they're depressed, they're miserable, they talk about crime, and they gossip about all the crime they do. Then they become very, we say, career criminals. But for those that comes for the meditation class, they just become more happier, more relaxed. And when they get released from the prison, a lot of them actually don't reoffend and basically fit in as good people in society. And we did have two of the good guys down the road that actually ordained in the monastery. Yep. So people do change. And sometimes you give them a chance and opportunity to show the good qualities. So that's one thing is lacking in the world. People don't practice the proper Dhamma viharas enough to grow those qualities. Yep. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Okay, is there any other questions? If not, I can ask the, because there's four other persons sitting in front of me, so I'll ask them, is there any questions? So do any of you monastic or guests have any questions to ask me? No question. I guess they're a bit shy, yeah? Because I went down to the kitchen and someone asked me about meditation stuff. I say, oh, okay, you can come up when I do a class and stuff and join the group. So today is a bit more lively, because usually I just talk to a camera only, and there's no interaction. Okay, if there's nothing else, we can finish. Okay.
So we can end the session early if there are any questions. Yes. So instead of a blessing, can I ask for a few words that you give to us for our practice? Yes.
Okay.
Is it with you?
Yes. Okay. Okay. So the world can be a very confusing place at this moment, because people are just not lacking of wisdom, and they're just following their defilements. As people follow their defilements, they will cause suffering to themselves and other people. And sometimes we must have loving kindness or compassion to people that hurt other people, because they are blind to the truth and to karma. And because of their blindness, basically their heart is tainted with defilements, greed, hatred, and delusion. So for us practitioners, all we can do is basically just go back to our heart and our mind. And when the world is very dark, we develop happiness, joy, and wisdom and compassion in our heart. Because when you go to see a Buddha Rupa, sometimes you will light a candle in a lot of the altar. So what that candle means is we develop wisdom and compassion in our heart. So we all have that abilities. So if we keep the precept well, we practice loving kindness. So what loving kindness have to be balanced with wisdom. So if we associate with wise people, and we're just careful of people that take advantage of people. So being Buddhist is like we don't allow people to exploit us. We basically sometimes have to draw a boundary and say, look, you're taking advantage. I won't be a part of this bad behavior. So being a Buddhist is not just being a doormat. Sometimes you have to stand your ground and draw a boundary. Yep. But the most important thing is develop that loving kindness, forgiveness in one's heart. So when we develop that, then we can see the world with a lot of opportunity, a lot of kindness and goodness in the world. Because no matter how bad the world is, happiness and peace always come from the heart. So that's one thing I noticed on Christmas Island. People are very kind. When people are very kind, then the whole community becomes very harmonious, and there's no fear. Because when people are not kind, and they don't keep the precept, that's why there's so much fear and mistrust in the world. But we don't judge people. We take care of our heart and our mind. So in that way, when we live a good life, we also die a good death. So people that are happy, joyful, and have metta in one's heart, and very develop good merit. Merit is something that we do, and wherever we go, our good merit or karma will take us where we are, will take us wherever we go in the world. So we always carry that goodness in our heart. So when we pass away from this world, we pass away with a lot of peace and gratitude. Yeah. Okay, hope that makes sense.